Hi all, this is Mrs. Bellinger coming at you from room 207. We're working on Math Unit 2, Lesson 2, and getting some more practice with word problems when it comes to finding the area of various rectangles and squares. So let's dive in. You might need a minute to get your supplies ready. We're going to begin with this number puzzle. And so as we're diving in and taking a look at this number puzzle, we're going to learn and think about together, how do we fill in that space? And so when doing that, here we go. We're going to take a look at what information is in our number puzzle. And so here, you guys, we have these blue sides. This shaded part, this blue shaded part are our factors. And the numbers on the inside are our products. So when we multiply our factors from our rows and columns together, we get certain products. So let's take a look at this product 8. How did I get that product? Have a think. Well, I think some of you are thinking, well, Mrs. Bellinger, you took the factor 4 and multiplied it by the factor 2. And where those two factors intersect, you get the product 8. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what happened here. So when I see 8 and I look up above at the factor it's related to, and I look to the left to the factor it's related to, I can see 4 times 2 has a product of 8. So I could look and go, okay, now I understand where my factor here came from, but what about this number? It's missing a product. Well, let's use our multiplication chart strategy. I want to know what this product is right here. So I'm going to look to my factor to the left, which is 4, and I'm going to look up to my factor in my vertical column, which is 5. And if I multiply those two factors together, 4 times 5, I write my product right there. What is 4 times 5? 4 groups with 5 in each group? You're right, it's 20. So I would write 20 right there. All right, now you guys, I'm looking at this number 30. Oh, in this place right here, I have a factor where I don't know what the factor is. Take a look. I have a product 30, and I know if I multiply this 5 by the factor to the left here of the 30, that it's going to equal the product of 30. So I think, what does this factor have to be for it to equal 30? For 5 times factor equals 30. Have a think. Could use my count by 5. You guys, did you get it? It's going to be the factor 6. 5 times 6 equals a product of 30. All right, let's keep solving. I'm going to switch right now my writing utensil because it's not coming in as dark as I would like it. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, let's try the next one. Let's fill this in together. How about this one, you guys? Right here, I have a missing product. And I have above it vertically, I have a 2, a factor of 2. And over here to the left, I found out that this factor is 6. So let's multiply them together. 6 times 2, fill that in for 12. Nice, right? Now I'm looking, you guys, and I have a product of 48. This product of 48 needs its factor. So I know that 48 times 6 times this factor right above the 48 equals 48. So I'm going to think, how many 6's do I need to equal 48? I'm going to check. I'm going to do a count by. Ready? I'm going to count by 6's until I get to 48. 6, get in the camera, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. How many 6s did it take to get to 48? My other factor, you guys, you're right, it is 8. So I write that in above in the shaded part. See how it's kind of fun? It feels good to fill those number puzzle boxes. All right, I have this one here. You guys, again, it gave me a factor, but it didn't give me the other one. I have to find my missing factor. So I have to think 5 times what factor equals 45. So I'm going to use my count bys again. 5 times what equals 45. So I'm going to count by 5s and see how many times until I get to 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. How many 5s did it take? Yeah, 9. Our last one. Here I have the vertical factor of 2, and the factor in my rows is 9. 2 times 9, 18. And I've completed my number chart. All right, plenty of more of those to practice today. Once you find that rhythm, it gets to be actually pretty fun. So here we go, you guys. It is time for us to take a real world problem and we do the drawing. Oh boy, we got this though. You'll notice, you guys, I found some grid paper, and that kind of just helps me keep my areas lined up. When we're using Kami, we can use our tools. So we're just going to do the best we can with the tools that we have. So we're drawing area. You can see I have mine's squares. But what's cool is they do name the measurement. So it won't be square units. I'll have the measurement written in my answer. All right, let's do some drawing to solve this problem. It says the mattress has a length of 7 feet and a width of 6 feet. What is the area of the mattress? So I want to remember length times the width equals the area of the square or rectangle. Okay, so I have a length of 7 feet. I'm going to pretend each one of these squares is a foot. So I'm going to go down 7 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it said a width of 6 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to box that in. And my question is, what is the area of this mattress? So remember that area is all of this inside space right here. So here we have the length. And here, you guys, it told us that our length is 7 feet. I'm going to abbreviate. And our width is 6 feet. Now I need to find my area. So I take 7, multiply it by 6, because length times width. 7 times 6 equals 42. Remember, I need to label that with area. And so after area, we always say square, and then what we measured it with. So this would be read area equals 42 square, and my measurement is feet, square feet. All right. So that's how I would solve that word problem using my drawing of rectangle squares. Rectangles with square units or square feet. Let's try it again. Whether you have your whiteboard out and you're following along or you have your math notebook out. All right, let's draw it. Draw to solve today. The wading pool at Evans Park is shaped like a square. So you guys, I have to pay attention to those clue words. It's shaped like a square with sides 8 feet long. Well, it gave me my length. What about my width? Remember, squares have the same length and width. All sides are the same. So I'm going to count out my length. 2, 4, 6, 8. And my width is a square, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Now I'm going to draw my other sides. Let me take a look. Okay, looking pretty good here. I'm going to label. I'm going to look, you guys. It does say feet again, so I'm measuring in feet. See that? Okay. 8 feet. 8 feet. I'm finding the area. It's all that inside space right there, every single square. A faster way than counting all of those up is to use the equation length times width. Well, my length is 8 feet and my width is 8 feet. So I would use the equation 8 times 8. What is 8 times 8? I used the rhyme. 8 times 8 fell on the floor. When it got up, it was 64. So the measurement of the area is 64. 64 what? Remember, we counted up, these are squares. So 64 square feet. That's how that would be written. And this is how it would be drawn. Okay. Take a big stretch. We've got more to do. We got this. Okay. You guys, another word problem. Let's tackle it. Let's reset. Let's think. If you can think and work ahead of me, go for it. If you need me to guide you along the way, I'm all yours. All right. Milo's rug has a length of 5 feet and an area of 40 square feet. What is the width of his rug? Okay. You guys remember that clue. When they give us the total, the in all amount, and they give us one factor, what operation are we going to be using here to help us in this drawing? It's going to be division. So you guys, my whole space is going to be 40 feet. My area, it already told me. It gave me my total in my question, in my explanation. So I'm going to use division to help me draw this. I have 40 divided by one length that's 5 feet long, so I can figure out the width. So I'm working backwards. So it's area divided by length will give me my width. So 40 divided by 5. I'm going to count by 5s till I get to 40 to see how many groups I would need. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 8 groups. So my width for this shape would be 8, and my measurement is feet. So here I do have to use division to solve for my missing length. How that would have looked beforehand, you guys, would have looked like this. It said it had a length of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we didn't know the width. So you might see something like this where one side is labeled with a number and the other side has a question mark because they want you to solve for that. We knew the area was 40 square, I'm going to abbreviate, feet. So we did use division to solve for our width. Our area divided by our length, one of the factors, would give us the unknown width. So our equation would be 40 divided by 5 equals 8 feet. Okay. Kind of fun, isn't it? Okay, mathematicians. Here we go. We're getting a little trickier. We're heading to that like, okay, we've been doing word problems, we're doing great. Let's dive into that next step. Like take it up a level. All right, first we're going to read our directions. Draw a picture to help solve each problem. Well, that kind of keeps going with what we're doing. Anna has a ribbon that is 18 inches long. All right. So the whole ribbon is 18 inches. So my brain is thinking total. Okay. She cut the ribbon into 3 equal pieces. It's giving me some clues, isn't it? Then she cut each of those pieces in half. Oh my goodness, these are getting small. How many pieces of ribbon are there? Wow. How many? You guys, here would be my label. How many pieces of ribbon are there? Oh boy, two questions I have to answer here. How many small pieces of ribbon are there and how long is each piece? So I really need to pay attention to what it's asking me and is it asking me for more information? Okay, so I'm going to be drawing it, but you guys, I'm also going to be using some division, multiplication, whatever operation I need to help me with this. So I have to think it through. All right, so it gave me a whole piece of ribbon. Let's draw this out. That is 18 inches long. Oh goodness, I don't think my paper's 18 inches long. I have almost. Watch this, you guys. I'm going to back the train up. I have a paper. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And you guys, I'm adding on a cute little one right there. So now I am pretending this is my ribbon that is 18 inches long. So I'm pretending each square unit right here is an inch. Now it says I need to put this into 3 equal pieces. So 18 broken up into 3 equal pieces, that's division. 18 divided by 3. So my first cut, because it said it's going to cut it into 3 equal pieces, I'm going to find out how many inches are in each piece. 18 inches divided by 3 cuts is going to equal, let's think, how many 3s can go into 18? Well, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 6 inches per piece. So I'm going to cut this whole ribbon into 3 equal pieces. To make them equal, there will be 6 squares in each piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, each one has 6 pieces in it, right? The whole thing's 18, and each piece has 6 sections, 6 units. Now, you guys, I have to cut them again. So I'm going to kind of show you. The whole thing's 18. I'm going to use this symbol to show that space. And then each of these is 6 inches. Well, now it told me I've got to cut each section now in half. Well, I'm looking here, and if I look at all these pieces, it's 6 here, 6 here, and 6 here. Cutting a piece in half is actually dividing it by 2. And if I divide 6 by 2, I skip count by 2s until I get to 6. 2, 4, 6. I get 3. Goodness gracious. Now, when I cut it in half, I'm going to go right to the middle, cut it in half. There's going to be 3 inches in each section. So now I can answer some questions, can't I? So you guys, in this small piece right here, there's 3 inches. In a big section, there's 6. Now I have to answer these questions. How many small pieces of ribbon are there? Well, guess what? I can count. Don't want to make you too dizzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of ribbon. So 6 pieces of ribbon. And how long is each piece? Well, I kept track of my math as I went along. I had my first sections were 6 inches. Then I cut those down in half, and that made my pieces 3 inches each. One of these sections is 3 inches. 6 pieces of ribbon. Each piece is 3 inches. I answered my 2 pieces of that question. So you always go back and make sure that you answered everything. I've got my picture to solve each problem. I did my math to help make sure I was correct, and I answered the 2 parts of the question. So as we move along, a piece of paper is a wonderful thing to use, your tool, and knowing our how to find area, length times width equals area, using those strategies and thinking problems through. Sometimes take a seat back and go, okay, I want to look at this and see what I need to do here with these numbers. So we can do anything, mathematicians. All right, happy solving today.